Hello everybody, this is MDH1029 again. As this time I promised you all that I got no vlog video game review for you all. This time, it's gonna be WWE 2K15. Now, as I am a big wrestling fan ever since the ruthless aggression era came into play, I've always been a big wrestling fan. And as you saw in my last video, the video that I did, the WrestleMania 31 results. And same with WrestleMania 30 results and all that. This could be a pretty interesting review for you all to watch and all that, but it's not like capture footage and all that. It's just me talking about my experience with the wrestling games and all that. Now, to be honest, I've always been really impressed with the wrestling games over the years. From the point I could say, the Nintendo 64 to the GameCube, to a little bit of PlayStation 2 or SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, to SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 to 2011, WWE 12, 13, 2K14, and now 2K15, which is actually the previous gen versions came out before the next gen versions. Because the next gen versions had a little bit of more of a delay, because they had to get more extra tweaks and the collector's edition and all that to the next gen and all that, which is pretty good actually. Now, as for the DLC, it's pretty good DLC actually in the game. Depends on how you choose it, but depends on what you choose. Now, if you choose the season pass, you get the accelerator page, the page character, and the three 2K Showcase add-on stories. The rest of the DLCs had to be individual prices instead of free. Now that kind of makes no sense to me because they've never done like that before. And the season pass was like $25 this time, as the last time with 2K14's $20 in a way. Now, as I realized when I got the game and all that, I was kind of surprised how this game on the next gen looked a lot better than the previous gen. But don't know how they started what's the word for it? Compatibility to do it for the previous gen still for PS3 and Xbox 360. Now the thing is, I really enjoyed the game. It's just some minor problems and some minor problems I had to begin with the glitches and all this stuff to begin with, and I believe since they fixed it over time and all that, and fixed all the glitches to begin with over time and different DLCs and all that. Now as for the story mode, the story mode, this is the 2K Showcase. There's already two that already came with the game, which was the Hustle, Loyalty, Disrespect, and Better Friends, Bitter Enemies storyline, which the Hustle, Loyalty, and Disrespect storyline was basically from 2011 to 2013 of Cena and CM Punk's rivalry. And as for the Better Friends, Bitter Enemies, it is basically the retelling of Triple H and Shawn Michaels' rivalry from 2002 to 2004, which I really remember some of the matches pretty well actually. They were pretty epic at times, especially the Last Man Standing match back at Royal Rumble 2004 and Hell in a Cell and Bad Blood in that year as well. Now as for the other three DLC 2K Showcase stories, sure, it's pretty impressive actually. It's pretty impressive that how they there was three of them, three extra ones, which is one more match, which talks about the 2011 rivalry between Randy Orton and Christian, and the objectives were pretty good in that actually, but not that bad. And as for the Hall of Pain, basically Mark Henry from, I think it was 2011 to 2013, I believe. Even though the point after December 2011, Mark Henry was suspended for 11 or 12 months before making a return in 2013. And that's kind of really wondered why they suspended Mark Henry to begin with for destroying many wrestlers' legs and all over the steel chair. Huh. And it's kind of pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. And that's for the last one, Path of the Warrior, from the point of 1988 to the point of 1996. Pretty good storyline actually. They chose a good amount of matches from the Hogan and Ultimate Warrior match at WrestleMania 6 to the Rick Rude and Warrior match in the steel cage. What else was there? Of course, Andre the Giant and Ultimate Warrior. Of course, The Undertaker and the Ultimate Warrior in a body bag match. Now, I never see a body bag match until I played that. After I played it on the game. Now, as for the body bag match, it was really simple. I had to follow of course, I followed the objectives to complete it all, and it was pretty good overall. Now, as for the next mode, the Who's Got NXT. Now, basically, you had to complete a certain amount of objectives that happen in NXT between these different NXT stars. And after you complete all the stars and defeated all the superstars that were in NXT at that time, and basically you had to face John Cena with each and every one of them. After you had to basically it's called a proving ground, I believe, to defeat John Cena with every single NXT superstar. And boy, it's really more tougher than instead of defeating the streak that they did last year in 2K14 and all that with The Undertaker. I think that they kind of dropped the ball with that one a bit. Besides next gen, they had My Career mode. They had My Career mode and all that, but there was some things I really didn't understand that the next gen did a little different than previous gen did. And I think it was one thing I was going to try to think of. Oh yes, they took out the story creation and all that, which I kind of felt sad that it was gone because I love to look at all those beautiful cutscenes and all that, and the storylines and all that. But we still got Universe mode to fill it in and all that. It's pretty neat. Now as for online, the online, it's pretty okay. Unlike next gen, you can't just limit options on the next gen version, while the previous gen keeps its predecessor, keeps the full predecessing of last year's and all that, which is I'm pretty happy about it. And they did improve the graphics a little bit in the previous gen a bit, not so much. Now, as for what was it? As for the unlockables throughout the out of all five stories, they're pretty not bad when you complete all the objectives to unlock them. If you don't get the accelerator with the season pass. Now, as for the DLC superstars that we have from the WCW pack to NXT Arrival to different versions of the same superstars from the year that they were from the 2K showcases and all that, and some of the superstars like Honky Tonk Man, one of my personal favorites, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion from the point of 1987 to SummerSlam of 1988. Now, who can say that in 454 days as a former Intercontinental Champion? He should be in the Hall of Fame for that. I believe it. Now, as for the other next superstars like The Undertaker back in 1991, that was pretty cool. Had that eerie the area grave music that he had back in 1990. As for Hunter Hearst Helmsley, at that time in 1996, he was it was pretty cool actually playing as that character again. But I will follow the I will follow the WWE 13 version, in my opinion, to be had that that good music from where he won King of the Ring that year in 1997. So yeah. Now as for the superstars that have been reused for the 2K Showcase DLC storylines, well, they could use them as alternate outfits. I mean, come on, they did that for the next gen, but not the previous gen. Doesn't add up. Now, as for all the DLC moves from each DLC superstar that there was, I gotta say they're all pretty good, including the new moves pack itself was pretty interesting. Now, of course, let's see, we had the WCW pack and Superstars pack. We had the NXT Arrival pack. I think with those, of course, the Page. We had Hogan pack. We had the Hogan and Sting. Of course, Hogan and Sting DLC. The pre-orders, I should probably call them, which they were available after Page was available after, I believe so. After Page was available after the next gen version was released. Now as for the game, I really like the game and all that, but could you just pick someone else besides John Cena next year, please? I mean, sure, like last year, 2K14, they had a cover contest just for the game cover in general. But were they lazy not to do one this year? I mean, come on. Were they lazy? Sure, motion capture they did for both gens and all that, both generations and all that. I mean, I guess it could work. I guess it works, But I don't buy it. I don't buy it, that they couldn't do another cover contest this year. I'm kind of sad. Let's see, what else was I say? What else was I going to say? I think this game deserves a lot better than being a piece of crap game. This game deserves better than that. I think the story was pretty good and all that. The Who's Got NXT just kind of dropped the ball a bit, but it kind of picked it up again with the universe mode and all that. And the matches are about the same actually, but there was one new title, which was the NXT Women's title. That was the only one new title they had in the game this year. And I'm kind of surprised by that, I guess. So yeah, it's the same championships are the same, besides the NXT Women's Championship, which is new. I mean, this game kind of makes me feel like I should play more of the older games again and make me feel a lot better about it. So yeah, as for WWE 2K15 from 2K, I'll give you a fair, honest result on this. I'll give you all because of the glitches were there to begin with and keep fixing them over time and getting them fixed to begin with. I'm gonna give you all a 4 out of 5 on this one. I'm gonna give you all 4 out of 5 and all that. It's a pretty neat, and they really kind of dropped the ball with the next gen, because besides they had career mode in the next gen, and all that. But the bad thing is we couldn't use the DLC arenas online and online matches and all that. I mean, why can we not do that? I mean, come on, that doesn't seem fair, 2K. That doesn't seem fair at all. So yeah, like I said, a 4 out of 5. A good game overall, but some minor flaws to make it good. So yeah. Now as for my next review, I might do a food review again for you all soon, and probably give you all about here soon, maybe tomorrow or Sunday, who knows. So yeah, this is MDH 1029 signing out, and have a good night.